Okay. Let's see here. We're going to scroll around on X, everybody, the Everything app. I'm going to be here for maybe another 15 minutes or so, and then I got to get going. So I got to do some canvassing for Cori Bush. Let's see what this is. Let me just refresh, see what happens. Okay, let's see what's going on over on X, the Everything app. Okay, we'll look at this video. David Sirota. Um, I forget who he is. Lever News. The name is familiar. Okay. Everyone should stop pretending Donald Trump singularly turned the presidency into a monarchy. Leaders of both parties collude to ignore warnings and give him the power he's now abusing. It's annoying that the truth has been memory hold. 100%. I completely agree with this assessment. Trump is just the natural end state of what we have been building to as a political project for the past like 40 years, or really since our founding, to be honest. But like in particular, I guess the last like 20, 30 years of each president like Clinton, Obama, uh, Trump won, Biden, all kind of just doing everything through, like slowly doing everything through executive order, going to war unilaterally, like Obama and Libya and stuff. Uh, like all of this has been leading to this moment. And uh, I'm going to watch this video and then I'll give a little bit more of my analysis on it.
I have never been a quitter.
Once upon a time, an imperial president was cast out of the palace.
Those were the days.
But all the president's men refused to relinquish the throne's power.
I must put the interests of America first.
So they went to work, rewiring the government.
Yeah, and also was never really truly punished that much. Like Richard Nixon wasn't thrown in jail or anything, I don't think. And to be honest, maybe this is a little bit of a offensive opinion, but I think every single one of our presidents should have been thrown in jail after their presidency. None of them has like not committed like incredible atrocities that need to be answered for. But at the very least, Bush, I forgot to mention him as well. Like lied us into a war that cost us trillions of dollars and like hundred or thousands of U.S. lives for like the Epstein, like for pedobillionaires, like that. He deserves to be in jail or worse, in my opinion. But State Department.
They didn't just take back the controls. They began building something new, something stronger. They gave the president the power to go around Congress to launch unauthorized wars. They ignored the law and cut secret arms deals.
The Pentagon says millions of dollars worth of weapons were turned over to the CIA for shipment to Iran.
This is a
They
good video.
manufactured vast new executive powers for a war on terror.
Yep.
I would characterize Guantanamo Bay as the least worst place we could have selected.
And also, yeah, it all comes back, man. All of this stuff, all of the torture, all of the detainment, all of that, it's coming back right now in the form of ICE and is going to get a lot worse. And all of the stuff that we're going to do in Iran or whatever, that's all going to come back. And U.S. citizens, these aren't just going to be brown people forever people. Like, they're going to be U.S. citizens. It's going to be me and you that are going to be black bagged like this and thrown in detention centers. I'm just letting people know what our future holds.
The Obama administration's continuing a Bush-era policy authorizing the killing of U.S. citizens abroad.
The goal of this master
Fucking
plan
Obama,
was
dude.
to create an all-powerful president, or as some called it, the unitary executive.
You're not going to be a dictator, are you? I said no, 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 other than day one.
So when a man longing to be a king took the throne, He inherited unprecedented powers to get his way. And those powers are now turning our world upside down. Welcome to Master Plan Season 2, The Kingmakers, how the presidency was turned into a monarch. Search Master Plan in your podcast app to subscribe.
Okay. So this was an interesting video. I loved the visuals. That was very engaging. I loved the analogy with like the wiring and like the hard wiring stuff together and all that. I really liked all that. They didn't mention anything related to capitalism though. Those people that were in the room that were doing all of the wiring, those were the Epstein class, right? Those were the billionaires who have made so much money and so much profit off of our endless militarism abroad. That was them. I don't know much about this show or whatever, about how it's presented or what its message is going to be. But if you cannot put that, or at least some sort of like allusion to that, into the show, even if it's just only limiting it to Epstein or whatever, and not like calling them the capitalists or whatever, then it's not going to be that effective in fighting back, because that's the thing people need to understand, is that this was the course that we were set on by our oligarchical like pedo overlords. The more power they attained, this is all part of their plan, their master plan. So, but yeah, it was a good video though, and they could talk about that in the actual thing. I just don't know anything about it.
And a reminder, these are the same people. So corporate Democrats are going after Hassan Piker again. And a reminder, these are the same people who have been preaching that we need a Joe Rogan of the left for 2 years. Hassan Piker is not the reason that the Democratic Party is fractured. Neoliberals are fracturing the Democratic Party. Corporatist Democrats are fracturing the Democratic Party. Genocidal maniacs are fracturing the Democratic Party. The same people who try to tell you that leftist voices of reason are the problem are the same people who tried to tell you that Bernie Sanders was the problem, who tried to tell you that AOC was the problem, who tried to tell you that TikTok was the actual problem and not Israel's genocidal actions in Gaza. These people do not learn from history and they don't read the room. And it's these kinds of Democrats, corporatist Democrats, elitist Democrats, who are the reason that Democrats fail, who are the reason why people don't trust Democrats.
100%.
And what they don't understand is the more they go after people like Hassan Piker, the more they are committing themselves to a history of irrelevance. The more they go after leftist voices, the more they make themselves look like idiots, and the less chance they have to lead us out of this hole. So it's infuriating, but it's the same thing, time and time and time and time again. Hassan Piker is not.
Yeah, I'm not even so sure about that. Well, I mean, I am that they are obviously becoming less and less relevant. However, what they're going to sorry. Man, this coffee. Oh, okay. What they're going to do though is here's the problem, right? As the left becomes more influential and starts holding more power within the Democratic Party, as it's starting to do, the liberals are going to turn to the fascists, even more so than they already are. Right now, the establishment Democrats are facilitating the rise of fascism by just sitting back and not doing anything, right? But if they ever see actual left-wing power that might challenge capital interests, like that might start taxing the rich, that might if they start seeing that stuff, like ascending and attaining true actual power in the realm of politics, they will start like legitimately becoming like like never left Republicans essentially, or like never left Trumpists. Like they are going to like abandon the Democratic Party and just straight up blatantly be like, we are now actually for the fascist movement. They will align with fascists over the left every single time. These liberals will. So the job of us is to determine who is who. We have to determine who would rather have fascism than democratic socialism, for instance, or even modest social democracy, because that's really what people think of when they hear the term democratic socialism. But like, But you like we need to determine who would rather have fascism than socialism. Those people are our enemies, and they will, and they're not going to be won over. They just need to be purged, and I guess they can go over and ride Trump stick whenever they're done. But whenever they're done with the Democratic Party. But yeah, I don't know. That was an interesting video. Okay. So I think there was some criticisms of the No Kings protest, and I think they're valid critiques. And I read one the other day that I think is a valid critique. Um, that it is very much lib coded. It is very much by the books. You know, communicated with like obviously communicated with the police and with the establishment, and it doesn't really, in my opinion, uh, truly signal any sort of like fear from the American establishment because we've seen what happens when the capitalist interests in America and when the establishment like including Trump are actually afraid of like what the people are protesting, right? If you want a perfect example, go look at the Palestine encampments or whatever. But also you can look throughout history of like the Black Panthers or the civil rights movement or the World Trade Organization protests or the Iraq War protests. When you see the cops go out there and just start beating the shit out of protesters, like that's when you know that like they are actually afraid of it, right? Um, However, that being said, even if it is very lib coded, the sheer amount of people and getting people outdoor and organizing and getting used to that feeling of going outside and like standing for a cause that is bigger than yourself will I think eventually get these people to like create an ideology for themselves and like be able to organize like in a more resistance based manner when the time comes. You know what I'm saying? Like when they have to put their bodies on the line or else or else people are going to start getting thrown in concentration camps. Like this is good like practice, I guess I would say. So that's why I don't have that much of a problem with it, I guess. I've been kind of waffling on this, but I think that in the end it's like a good thing.
Working class revolution! Working class revolution! There is only one solution! Communist revolution! Communist revolution! There is only one solution! There is only one solution! Communist revolution!
I wonder what organization this is.
Communism is gonna win, baby! After liberation! Down, down for their occupation! Down, down their occupation! Down, their occupation! Down, down their occupation! Hands off the Middle East!
Sorry, this always makes me this always makes me tear up a little bit because it makes me remember the Palestine protests when like after October 7th and just the feeling of community and being there with like-minded individuals who want to, change the world for good. It's one of the best feelings you'll ever have in your life. I encourage people to go out there and do it.
From the belly of the beast! From the belly of the beast! Hands off the Middle East! Hands off the Venezuela! Hands off Venezuela! Hands off Cuba! Hands off the Middle East!
So I'm also just so happy that liberals are finally getting over their Red Scare shit. Like it's about fucking time, man. Like it's about fucking time. The Cold War was so long ago. And like they need to understand that the communists and the socialists, even if you're out there and you're listening to me, even if you're a liberal, the communists and the socialists, you don't have to agree or even want socialism or communism to be enacted in America to understand that these people are going to help improve the material conditions of the working class. They are going to help improve the country for the better if you allow them to attain some power, right? If they are able to have some sort of representation in government, they are going to help improve your life and your neighbor's life and anybody who is just a working class individual's life, whether you want to seize the means of production or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so get on board with it now, liberals. You're a little bit late to the Communist Party, but you know it's a party that's going to be going on forever, I think. So you know, we're glad to have you now. I already saw this sort of clip of Hassan's interview with CNN. I don't really want to watch it again. Uh-oh, Mr. Beast. We watched a video the other day, people. Like a Marxist analysis of Mr. Beast, and it wasn't pretty. So I'm seeing a little bit of that critique just right here in this image right now. Also, $1 bills, Mr. Beast, come on. Can't you get some 20s in there? I thought you were rich, dude. Let's see. Let's see what this guy had to say. Or this is just a quote. I'm a megaphone, right? Hassan the Hun tells me. There are lots of Barbs and Deborahs out there in Minneapolis, for example, that have never encountered me, and yet they share that frustration with the failures of establishment liberalism all the same. Correct. And the current AstroTurf Hassan freakout is precisely because Demolis know that they can no longer control the base. Yeah, they definitely can't. Whoa. Emma is all glammed up for CNN. I guess they make you if you're going on CNN. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe they let you come in if you don't want to be all made up for it. I bet they would let you. Okay, Democratic Senators Cory Booker, Ruben Gallego, and Alyssa Slotkin all told Politico they wouldn't go on Hassan Piker's show, essentially dooming themselves to irrelevance and no future relevance in the party. But they have all been on Bill Maher's show, who says Islam is like the mafia. The Muslim world has too much in common with ISIS. Muslims bring desert stuff to the West. Yikes. Uh, and has also used the N word on his show. Yeah, he's a reactionary. Why the double standard? Slotkin was on Maher's show yesterday. Yeah, because they're aligned with the right. Of course they are. Bill Maher is just a Republican. Like, he's just a right-wing hack. He's gonna pretend that he's not, but for branding purposes, but that's what he is. And they are fundamentally aligned with the right much more than they are with the left. Okay, let's see about this one.
That's fair, but also
Oh, this is the guy from the deprogram. Um, I like the deprogram a lot. I want to listen to some of it in another educational stream because they're very scripted, I think, for their main portion of the show. So I think it's like more. I don't. It's also too long for like a normal everyday stream, I think. Um, but yeah, let's see what they're talking about here.
like especially when it comes to European, Central, Eastern, Western, whatever the fuck, or even like you opening and browsing and seeing an Indonesian that's gonna like sell everything that he has in order to enter Agartha or some shit. I think it has a lot to do with American culture generally being so dominant, and in the
Yes.
quote unquote age of decay of empire, not to sound too larpy, the main cultural export is no longer only, like very decent music, good food, fashion, and so on, but it's also arguably the most present politically cultural wave that we see, span through every single large content creator, especially coming to us from the United States. So when we are inspired on what is cool, aka what is normal, aka what is edgy, or in this case, what is patriotism. Because we live in an American world, these local nationalists, no matter how much they hit themselves in the chest, ooga booga style, and go like, Poland first or Germany first or France first, they're always innately America first because they are, how the Chinese do, I don't know, socialism with Chinese characteristics. Well, they're doing nationalism with American characteristics. They are importing it, copy paste the way it exists in America. So that's why you see so many of them in Asmongold's chat, or why you see so many of them like complain. Like, I've talked plenty with Polish dudes that have never seen a black person in their life just insert themselves in a conversation and bring up how, BLM is ruining the world. And you're like, what the
Yeah, it's also, I think, a lot of them are, I think a lot of them think that, like, American fascists are on some, like, journey towards global fascism, which I don't think they are. I think American fascists don't really care about, like, the project of global fascism. And so, like, a lot of these right-wingers, they think that if they co-opt the MAGA, like, ideology or whatever, that somehow America is going to then come and lead and, like, start leading the global fascist movement, and, like, they can all just hop on board or whatever. And I just don't necessarily think that's the goal of American fascism. I really got to pee, so I'm going to try and find something funny, and then we're going to get out of here. That's too long. Iranian trolling.
Hey, Saddam, you are fired.
Straight party. Oh, he's trying to get back into the straight party. Oh. Sorry, I can't listen to that, but oh no, they're all smoking cigars. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Aragchi, Vladimir, they got Kim Jong-un. I think I saw Xi in there.
Fired.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you just can't get into the straight party. Straights only, Donald Trump. Queer icon, Donald Trump, get out of here. This is a straights only party. Just kidding. Let's see what else we got. This is a 43-second clip.
And Trump acquiesced on that and agreed with him.
Oh, wait, where'd it go?
So this is a guy that celebrates war crimes, that celebrates loosening the rules of engagement, and is responsible for bombing and double tapping, I will repeat, a girls' school where over 100 girls in Iran were killed. And then we talk about how, they just hate us for our freedom. No, they hate us because we bomb girls' schools.
Well, actually, before that incident happened, which I think was horrible, and we made a mistake, and there should be accountability there.
Double tap.
The country. They were yelling death to America in Iran long before we did that. So they hated us.
Because we overthrew their government.
Back to the Iran thing, they hated us long before that. The second.
Yeah, because we overthrew the shot. It's very easy. Man. Okay, sorry, this is a little thing. She does a good job explaining it, and that was a good interjection, but she should have been a little bit more louder and assertive, I would say.
The point that I would make is it's
but it might not be that type of show. It might be a more calm show or whatever. Ooh, hell yeah. Break it down. Love it. Love it. Keep it up, people. What do I always say? Property crime isn't real crime. Am I right, everybody? If it's for a good cause, property crime isn't real crime, okay? If you do want to know my real thoughts, is that if it's for a good cause, property crime isn't real crime, okay? Let's see here. Oh, well, power to the people. He's going back and forth. He's going back and forth. This is kind of what I talked about, but it seems like Power to the People is going back and forth about whether No Kings is good or not. Who is this? This is the strongest, most valuable digital media flank of the Dem coalition right now, and the only one regaining the trust of young and disillusioned voters. Centrists and Zionists can fight it as hard, centrists and Zionists can fight it as hard as they want, just like they did Zoran, but the reality isn't changing. Yeah. Hassan always says he is just a vessel. He is he is an expression of the will of the people. He is not leading. Yeah, to an extent, there's back and forth here where he is in a sense leading, but then he's also representative. But in general, the movement is way bigger than any one individual, and nothing they can do can stop it. What's this one? She's out there, dude. Erica Kirk, she's going crazy. I assume this is an AI video, but I'll need confirmation, everybody. You know me, I love to just believe stuff for fun. Like, even though it's like not true, I like to just I believe it just for fun. Oh no, I probably did I not have it all the way on the string here. Okay. You guys can watch it then. And she does some like there you go. That was fun. Okay, sorry, I need to find something really funny though. Or something at least somewhat funny. Choose for Corey. Good for them. I don't know what that is. Okay, where's something funny? Something funny. Or something fun at least. Where's something fun, everybody? Yeah, I guess that's true too. I mean, that's kind of funny. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm between these two because I am terminally online, I guess, because I stream, even though I'm really not that online to be honest. Like I go outside a lot, but but then yeah, the boomer grandma to my right wants firing squads for ice agents. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, my tax dollars. This is a new image reportedly showing the USAF E-3 Sentry destroyed in an Iranian attack at Prince Sultan Air Base on Friday. This is what it looks like, people. They said it was damaged, by the way. This doesn't look damaged to me. It looks obliterated. That's housing, education, healthcare money on fire, by the way. Yeah, that's my tax dollars. Give me back my tax dollars. My cat is getting some tests done for her breast cancer in a couple weeks. I'm sure it's going to cost like $1,000. So I need that money. Please, Donald Trump, where's my tariff refund? Okay, guys. Maybe this will work. I always take these with a grain of salt, okay? About the description of who is who or whatever, what their belief systems are. I haven't seen the whole thing, so I'm just going to assume that what he's saying is true on here. And if what he's saying is true, we got some hog on hog violence. They always talk about black on black violence, how bad how out of control that is. Well, here we got some hog on hog violence. And you know what the best thing about hog on hog violence is? It's a win-win for me. So whoever wins, I win. So let's go ahead and watch this. This is going to be probably the last video before I have to get out of here. So let's go. Oof.
Hey, stay back, stay back. Hey, stay back.
Get the fuck off me, cunt!
Oh no!
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest. So she's okay. So if she is hurling racial slurs, whatever, that's bad. But this is like way too much force. Like it was way too much force, buddy. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of on MAGA Karen's side in this one.
You fucking better believe it, you cunt!
In general, though, I will probably almost always be on. Uh, Even if they are vitriolic and racist or whatever, I will usually be more on their side than the cop in general. Just because there's potential that they are a working class person or a poor person, like, so yeah.
I will fuck you up, you cunt, you mother.
Okay, this wasn't as fun as I wanted it to be. I actually felt kind of bad for her, so I was hoping it wouldn't be that crazy, but okay, I need to find something more fun. Man, okay, I gotta find it fast though, because I gotta get out of here in like 13 minutes. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay. You know what? Okay, that's gonna have to count. That's gonna have to count. Sorry guys, I really gotta get going. So this has to count. This is gonna be our fun one to end it. We're gonna watch a short clip of someone in a nice Trump outfit playing with his little toys, his little $100 million toys that he is flying over the Middle East right now. So here, let's watch this. This is going to be the last one, everybody. Okay? That's a good costume. Okay, I like it. I like it. Okay, everybody, that is it.